Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am just coming from a breakfast gathering with my small groups, and I decided to stop by this park to give you guys a quick update as to what's happening with me. I hope it's not too noisy. I just showing you what's around me. Alright, so I hope it's not too noisy and that you can hear me clearly. So what has been happening with Heather Fab in the last few months? So you guys know my contract ended in November, and I decided I was not going to renew it simply because of the working hours. I felt really tired, and as a matter of fact, after the contract ended and I was at home in the beginning stages of not working, I realized how tired I was. Like, I was super tired because my work routine was different. I was working in the evenings, late evenings, until 9:30 sometimes. I was working on weekends, which I was not accustomed to doing, and I was working on public holidays, and I was again not accustomed to that. So I was so tired, and I felt like I was missing out on being immersed in Japanese culture, which is something I really want to do. And so being here and not having that, I felt like, what's the point of being here? So I decided I was not going to renew my contract with a company. So I kind of took November off. I didn't do any job hunting. I just wanted to rest. I also went on my vacation. I showed you guys I went to Hong Kong for a few days, and it was really good. That was my first vacation alone. I went to Hong Kong. I don't know anyone in Hong Kong. And I just booked a trip, and I went, and I really enjoyed those few days. So I came back, and November went by, and December just kind of went by too. I really was not actively looking for a job, and then I thought I would do online teaching, and so I started to explore that possibility. I looked on a few of the sites, and based on what I was seeing, I needed to get a new laptop because the laptop I had would have been not sufficient. The requirement that they have for the technology, my laptop that I had would not have met those requirements, and so I needed to get a new laptop. So I attempted to do that, and I only recently managed to get my laptop. So there was some challenges in getting the one I saw before, and suffice it to say, I now have my new laptop. So I have been checking online and going around and applying, submitting applications for jobs, and I am telling you, earlier this week I was just so overwhelmed. Like, everywhere I went, the places I submit my application, like, I was just not getting anywhere, and I was just so distraught. And I felt like, okay, God, what is happening here? I feel like I am just knocking on doors that have been jammed shut for a while. Like, there was just no opportunity, no door opening to me, and I started to feel really heavy. Like, I was super tired, I'm telling you, and physically, spiritually, emotionally, I was just starting to I started to feel like I was being drained. And so a few of the things that I've come to realize living here in Japan, in Okinawa, that it's not easy to get a decent paying job if you do not speak Japanese. So I kind of came with my shoulders high and my confidence rearing because I have a master's degree and I figured that would be enough to, you know, get me a good job, and I'm now learning Japanese, so, you know, it should be pretty easy. I was disappointed because I didn't know that not knowing Japanese would be such a significant barrier to me not getting a job. And so for those persons who are thinking of either coming to Japan to work, please ensure that you check around, ask persons who live here, go on the different sites and check the requirements, because if you do not speak Japanese fluently, it's going to be a real challenge for you to get a decent paying job here. I mean, you can get jobs around, you can work in restaurants, you can work in bars, you know, you can do odd jobs, but you will have to work long hours, hard hours, and you will have to really budget your money really well to make sure that, you know, you're making ends meet and you can even save some money. So that was a real eye-opener for me, and so I'm now back to square one. So my intention was to teach in the public schools, and I didn't realize how competitive that was too, and so things just didn't work out the way I intended, and a few of the connections I had and thoughts I had going in, they just did not work out. And so I'm really now back at where I was in the beginning, considering going back to an ACAL. But I'm just sharing this to say that sometimes we have expectations and they don't materialize the way that we really want them to. It's not the end of the road. Keep praying, keep acting on what you know, keep checking around, connecting with people. Networking is very important, and it's a significant thing here too. So the persons that you know and who they know, and the connections that they can help you to forge, that's very important. So you want to keep those things in mind. So right now I'm still job hunting. Actually, I submitted a few applications, and so far I have gotten a very promising response, and I'm looking forward to next week to see how that will go. But I am praying and trusting God that He is taking care of me. I was during the time this week when I was really overwhelmed, and I just said, Lord, I am tired. I'm just so tired. And I prayed, and He just comforted me in that moment. And now I'm resting in his peace and His grace and His provision, and just trusting that he will work it out. So I'm not worried. There are moments when I still think, girl, you don't have a job, you've been not working for a few months now, and you need to get some money, because I mean, you just need to, you know. But I don't allow the thought to overwhelm me. God has been faithful, and I know that He will continue to be faithful, and I'm trusting Him. So I just wanted to let you guys know what's happening with me here. Please keep me in your prayers. The support I have received from you guys have been tremendous, and I want to thank you so much. Thank you to those persons who have been praying for me. There are moments when I felt like I just couldn't pray, and I know, I'm so confident that there are individuals who are praying for me. Some of you have sent me messages to tell me you are praying for me, and I really appreciate those. They keep me going. So keep doing that, and I will continue to pray for you guys. Thank you for joining me on this journey. As usual, it's your girl Heather Fabulous. I'm here in Okinawa, just being blessed by God in His tremendous mercy and grace and peace, and just resting in Him and His love. So thank you. God bless you. I will see you next time. Bye bye.